All right, we're back. Sorry we missed a couple weeks, guys. We missed you. I know I did at least. As always, my name is Cody, and to the guy to my left, you may know him as Mr. Locks, or you may know him as Tarquati Island of the
Uh,
Turkey Bowl.
the
As
Turkey Bowl.
always, Mr. Jack Tarquati. How are
Are
you
we
today?
talking about that Turkey Bowl? 7-2. I don't know
Yep,
if
yep.
everyone listening to this is going to be okay listening about the Turkey Bowl. might be a little,
Hey,
uh,
man.
might be a
I heard
little
the ref.
embarrassing.
I heard the ref of the Turkey Bowl did a splendid job.
The ref of the Turkey
Uh,
Bowl did a phenomenal job. I'm not going to lie, dude. So for anyone that wasn't there at the game, uh,
Big crowd. I'd imagine a lot of people are there.
yeah, next time we got to sell tickets. But we have a little Turkey Bowl. My buddies and I every year. Cody's gonna be on it this next year. Don't worry, Cody. You're gonna be involved,
You
brother.
broke the news. I was gonna declare live that I was gonna announce live I declared for the draft for
Pick a
next
hat.
year. I was gonna throw my hat in the ring.
um, but we do a Turkey Bowl every year, and go to this crappy field, Holy Cross Field, and we needed a ref. And my team called upon Cody to be the referee, and we played in about 8 inches of snow, 10 inches of
Roughly.
snow. We're out still in the field after this snowstorm that just happened. And Cody uh, took advantage of us having multiple footballs to use. And so, we'd obviously take out football A, for example, throw it around, it'd fall in the snow, get all wet and damp. And then once it got too wet, hey, Cody, give me the warmed up ball. You had balls warmed up under a big puffer
Those
jacket like a
brother,
penguin.
those balls were drier than a Dungeons and Dragons convention.
Dry than ladies at a Dungeons and Dragons convention. Just just sandpaper dry, but in the best way possible, of course.
Yes.
No, we whoever is the ref for next year, we gotta send
They
them
have big shoes to fill.
big shoes to fill. You gotta
Huge,
start
huge
teaching some
shoes to
classes
fill.
or something. Ball warming exercises.
Yeah, they
Um,
teach classes, reffing 101.
but no, that Turkey Bowl was phenomenal for
It
my
was
team at
good.
least.
It was
They
very
could have
good.
used you on the other team, I think, Cody.
Hey man, it's not my place to say.
Next year we're gonna have a draft. It's gonna be brilliant. But it would have helped if they had maybe Josh Jacobs on their team, putting up 3
Especially
tutties.
maybe possibly new MVP frontrunner Saquon Barkley. So yeah, I mean, we don't really have a game plan for this show. Again, apologies for next week or last week for missing the show there and the Saturday show. Some conflicts of schedules going on, but hey, we're just two dudes. What can we do?
We're just 2 dudes.
Yeah,
It's
let's
our first time, we're nervous.
let's talk about because I saw an interesting post today. A few years ago, the the talk of the league was our running backs are kind of expendable. People didn't want to pay running backs, letting them walk.
Mhm.
And you look at the top three leading rushers in the league this year, they're all teams or they're all players that, you know, were expendable. Derrick Henry,
Saquon
Saquon
Barkley.
Barkley, and Josh Jacobs. All on new teams this year and all lead the league in rushing. So, I mean,
Joe
do you
Mixon.
think this kind of
Joe Mixon even.
Joe
Don't forget
Mixon,
about Joe Mixon, man. He's
Joe
been tearing it
Mixon,
up when he's
absolutely.
healthy. He's been tearing it up.
I mean, do you think this kind of changes the narrative that, maybe the running back position is more valuable than, you know, we thought in years past?
Well, I see your running back conversation, and I raise you a quarterback play conversation of other than Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and maybe Jared Goff. There has not been, in my opinion, any outstanding quarterback play this year. Like usually, guys like Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, who's obviously getting old now, but still, usually the guys that are carrying the team our quarterbacks, like, of years past, like, the you have CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud this year is incredibly underwhelming in his sophomore slump.
Mhm.
This is the year, you know, I don't know what year it is, the Chinese New Year, the year of the dragon. In America, it is the year of the running back, okay? I
Oh,
don't know
absolutely.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if all the running backs just, like, got together in the offseason and said, "We're tired of this," and just started playing like dogs. Another guy, in Washington, the Chargers left him, um,
Austin
Austin
Eckler.
Eckler. Yeah,
Mhm.
Austin Eckler. He was the guy who was actually making a whole point about it, I think, this last year or 2 years ago about the running back market, and he was like, "I don't agree with it. It doesn't make sense. Players are still good, and look what's going on
I
this
mean, you
year." You
even
know what I
look like a
mean?
guy like Jordan Mason, who no one thought was gonna get the playing time he would this year.
Yeah.
McCaffrey goes down, and for the longest time, he was, 3rd in the league in rushing. At one point was 2nd in the league in rushing, 4th in the
Mhm.
league in rushing. I mean, I think now he's still, I think past 2 games has what, 3 carries, and he's still top 10 in the league in yards.
Plus, you remember who the, number 1 running back was last year in fantasy?
It was Christian McCaffrey.
Well, okay, so maybe he didn't land at number 1 flat, but he was, like,
Maybe
top
it
5.
wasn't.
He, like he was number 1, and then he was, like they bounce around, but Raheem Mostert, bro. Raheem
Yeah.
Mostert is 32 years old.
Yeah, he's not really doing much this year, though.
No, but
Chan has
no
absolutely taken over that backfield.
yes, but if you were to tell someone last year that 31-year-old Raheem Mostert is gonna,
Was
you
gonna
know
lead or tie for the league in rushing touchdowns. Yeah, I wouldn't have believed
yeah,
you.
it's like, "What?" You know what I mean? And Derrick Henry sounds at all the haters, which I'm not gonna lie, you know, we, uh, we mentioned Underdog Fantasy on here. I avoided Derrick Henry in probably 90% of all my Underdog drafts. I don't know why.
I mean, you even look like now that I'm thinking about it, like you have J.K. Dobbins coming back off injury and,
Well, he just got injured.
playing super well.
He
But
got
actually
taken
that
out of the
reminded me
he did
before we
get taken.
continue, speaking of Underdog, new users get a 50% deposit match up $2,000. Totally forgot to mention these.
Mm.
So new users, go over to Underdog Fantasy, use code GETRIGHT, see at the bottom of the screen. Deposit match of $1,000 up to, or a deposit match up to 50%, $1,000. You guys know what I mean. You've heard me say it before. We also have the Trophy Smack. Because what do we say about this bad boy every week? You know, we don't got to say it anymore.
We don't gotta say it.
But just imagine you win your fantasy league. You
Just
go to your
imagine
friend's house.
on the
Everyone from the
Wednesday
league's
Wednesday
there.
night before
And you
Thanksgiving.
walk in with one of these bad boys. I mean, there's nothing better than winning than being able to show about it.
Mhm.
All right, but anyway,
Um,
we can continue now.
yeah. No,
Forgot
I
about
was
this.
the only thing about J.K. Dobbins, though, is he is insanely injury prone, and although he has been playing significantly better at the start of the season, he had to be taken out against the Ravens on Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
But
but I
J.K.
mean,
Dobbins
but
isn't
if you think about
isn't
it, isn't any running back injury prone?
Yes,
Because
$100%.
look at McCaffrey. I mean, look at Barkley in years past. Look at Josh Jacobs in years past. Look at Derrick Henry in years past. I mean, name a starting running back in the NFL right now that hasn't had an injury history.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally putting on a helmet and ramming your body into 300-pound men 20
Like
times a game.
15 to 25 times a game. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's just like, yeah, I mean, obviously there are some running backs who are more prone to injury, but there isn't a running back who's not. I mean, there's no player who's not.
hmm. Yeah,
Because, yeah, J.K. Dobbins might miss a game,
nobody's built like
but
Frank Gore anymore.
yeah,
It's another old guy.
Frank Gore, Adrian
I think
Peterson.
Frank
Although he
Gore
had some injury history,
I think
Peterson,
Frank
a
Gore
little bit.
played until he was, like,
He was
38
like
years old,
38 or something. Yeah.
which
He
is
was a
wild.
tank.
Speaking of Mr., what did you say? Peterson? Adrian Peterson?
Adrian Peterson, yeah.
You sent me something that was astonishing
Oh,
today,
the Barkley Peterson race.
and there was a Peterson comparison to Saquon Barkley. The stat compares Saquon Barkley
Just read
and
it off there, Jack.
Adrian
Take your
Peterson.
moment.
I'm
Relish
I'm
in this.
I'm gonna relish in
Take
it,
your
dude.
moment. You relish.
Through 12 weeks, this is the 2024 season of Saquon Barkley versus the 2012 season of Adrian Peterson. Through 12 weeks, Saquon Barkley over 1,300 rushing yards, AP 1,200. Saquon 257 receiving yards, AP only 185. Saquon Barkley 12 touchdowns to AP 7 from 2024 to 2012. And imagine this. Okay, I'm an Eagles fan here. Saquon through those 12 weeks has 12 touchdowns. Imagine if Jalen Hurts wasn't doing the tush push, how many touchdowns Saquon would have right now. And I'm
I
not,
mean, you could probably say 18
yeah, if you just give him all of
minimum.
the tush,
But
tush,
they, hindsight 2020, like he would have to score on them. But I mean, who's really stopping Saquon on a,
who's stopping Saquon?
on the 1 yard line?
But it's just, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we should stop tush pushing. Keep the tush push going. I want Jalen Hurts
I
to
agree.
break that Philly record himself. I also think it's funny people, and maybe this is a Philly fan thing, and I'm just a piece of shit. But I think it's funny when people hate on the tush push of like, oh, it has to be banned, or like, oh, he's not even a good quarterback. All those touchdowns that he gets come from tush pushes. It's like, no, it's not necessarily true, and anyone could do it. Teams,
Well,
quarterbacks
exactly.
sneak constantly.
I mean, you look at any team. Any team does it. I mean, I watched Green Bay do it this past week, and I'm not like, oh, that was terrible. Let's get rid of him. Like,
Yeah,
hell, my team scored. I like it.
and how do you even make a rule against it? It's literally a man who rushes with the football at, after it's snapped. Like what?
Yeah,
Like
because at that point, you're like, I don't know. You can't really.
at that point, you're changing the game, man.
You are.
You can't change the
The NFL has
game.
changed so much within the past 5 years. We don't need to change it anymore. But I will say, and as an Eagles fan, you'll like this one. But when I was searching for where I sent you that stat on Instagram, I stumbled upon this one.
Mm.
So the odds of the Cowboys making the playoffs right now is 3%. The odds of, get the counter ready, Diddy being released from jail in November is 5%. So
Wow.
as it stands, Diddy has a better odds of being released from jail than the Cowboys have of making the playoffs.
I think we need to change the name from Sweet Life Football to Diddy Football.
You know,
With
I don't
how
want to go that far.
how often he apparently finds his name spoken on this show. Um, I
More
that
than we
pleases me.
should probably admit. But
That pleases
however,
me.
yeah, we can get off Diddy. Quick segue here.
Free Diddy.
Um, we talked about you know, Saquon now going to the Eagles, and we've spoken off the show of why, and we've spoken on the show about it plenty of times of why did the Giants pay Daniels over Saquon, but as a Packer
They
fan,
just
I'm going to
released.
relish now. My turn to relish. The Giants also let up another guy this year in free agency by the name of Xavier McKinney, who now is tied for the league in interceptions. So not only did the Giants this offseason let go of potential now front runner MVP running back Saquon Barkley, they also let go potential
Safety of the
defensive
year.
player of the year, Xavier McKinney, all to keep the guy that they just cut last week.
I can to quote to
If our friend Kyle's watching,
to
and to
quote
all other Giant fans out there, I don't know what to say at this point.
to quote Little Einstein's the classic children's show. I cannot believe it. Dude,
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
just
mean,
I don't know.
it was
I don't know what they're doing over there, man.
you could have gone about the Daniel Jones situation about 100 different ways.
Mhm.
about 98 of them would probably be okay, and they picked the one.
They picked
They picked the
literally the worst
one
scenario.
worst
Like,
possible way that
I
they
don't
could
know
have.
if you or if
They
anyone's
said,
watching has ever heard of, like, the multiverse theory. Out
of
of every
course,
single possible universe or multiverse that exists, Giants fans, you are living in the worst one, in the one that we are in.
yes. The universe when the Anunnaki come back and destroy MetLife is a better universe than the one than the one that we're in right now. Uh,
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I really
okay,
don't know
so
what they're
all right,
I do.
Cody,
Oh, Mike from Get Right. He's a Giants fan.
Mike,
Um,
I'm sorry, bro. I mean, I'm not
Mike, if you
sorry. I
see
mean,
this, don't
but
if you see this, we love you guys, and please let us keep mooching off your StreamYard. But um, never mind. I love the Giants. The Giants are so smart.
I will be rooting for the Giants on Thursday when they play the Cowboys.
God, you're gonna make me. You're gonna make me. I don't even know if I can decide between that. I might root Giants just because I can't stand the Cowboys.
I'm gonna root Giants. It's gonna be hard after last week though, with the insane Commanders game. Did you watch that, dude?
Oh, that was insane.
It's like
I like texted. I remember I texted you. I was like, "Are you watching this?" And you're like,
I
"Yeah."
didn't.
And like,
I
well,
didn't
they
watch.
just scored.
I didn't
I was like,
watch.
"No, dude. Like,
I didn't.
Washington has the ball back with like 9 seconds
I didn't
after
watch
they
the.
just scored with like 40 seconds to go. It was like the
So
most insane ending
yeah.
of
So I
recent
didn't
memory.
watch the whole game. I just had it. I watched the end on Red Zone, I believe. Like, and I saw them kick. Uh, I saw them kick and miss the kick, and I'm like, oh,
Devontae
game's
Turpin hit
over.
that B button real hard.
Real, real hard. Um,
Just like
yeah,
our boy Jeremy hit the X button when he got the first.
Jeremy, he had the X button when he got the first. No turnovers in the Turkey Bowl this last week. Threw for 6 touchdowns.
Six
Because
touchdowns, yeah.
there was one rushing touchdown. I can't
Yeah.
remember if there was one or two rushing. I think he threw
I
for
think
six
one.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
There was one rushing touchdown.
What a performance.
What a performance, man!
What a performance.
He was looking a little Mahomey out there. A little lob pass,
Reminds
little
me a
touch
lot of
passes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, there's a guy. Here's a guy.
uh,
No, man, we gotta next time we get the Turkey Bowl, we gotta get like press. We gotta get coverage. We gotta get people in the stands. It's gonna be like,
I was talking to Snake about that. Like, could you imagine if we like recorded it and we had like commentators?
yeah,
It'd
dude.
be electric.
No, it'd be so dope. Or even if we just shot it, recorded it, and then like I edited it
That
after, and like,
would
dude, that would be so cool. That
we
would be
should
so
do it. We'll have
cool.
to figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. People who are listening, get your credit cards ready for when the tickets go up. Okay,
It's going on pay-per-view.
it's not going
And I
on Ticketmaster.
guarantee you it'll be more exciting than the Tyson Paul
Oh,
fight.
let me quick little digression here. Let me tell you this, and let me tell the fans to not order tickets through Ticketmaster ever again. Fuck Ticketmaster. I can't remember if I even told you this. But speaking of tickets, the tickets for the Turkey Bowl certainly aren't going to go up on Ticketmaster because I bought tickets for the Eagles Cowboys game this December. I bought 4 tickets, 2 for my coworker, 1 for myself, and 1 for our buddy Johnny, who a bunch of my buddies pitched in to buy for his birthday. You know, baboom. Try to
Mhm.
nice little birthday gift. He's a big Cowboys fan. He's never been to a Cowboys game before. It's unfortunate that now Dak's out for the rest of the season, but whatever. Um, it should still be a fun moment. And I bought these tickets months ago, because I wanted to have them to display to my buddy for his birthday, right? I get a notification from Ticketmaster about a month ago now that my tickets have been successfully transferred to 4 random people who I have never seen before in my life, who I do not know. And I'm thinking, well, that is not
A
good.
load of laundry.
That is not good. So there is currently, to Sherlock Holmes out there, if you're listening, there is an investigation ongoing. I might need your help. Any PIs out there, Please help me. I've just been banging Ticketmaster's line about this. They are allegedly going to get the tickets back before the event, or at least get subsidy.
Allegedly.
Yeah, and dude, what's funny though? What is low key funny though?
Ticketmaster, more like ticket amateurs, am I right?
No, they fucking suck, dude. And it's funny. Zach Bryan has that whole live album called "All My Homies and I Hate Ticketmaster" or whatever it's called, and I never understood it until this day.
Now you do.
Zach Bryan, he's preaching to the choir. But
Yeah,
something
yeah, I
kind of
know. I
something
didn't hear
kind of
about
funny
that
about it
because
though.
this suck.
Apparently, with Taylor Swift's last Eras tour, like this historic, crazy white girl teenagers stealing their mom's credit cards to go to this tour, right? This happened to Taylor Swift fans in the thousands. Like
That's
tons
crazy.
of tickets were scammed and hacked, and just the wave of Swifties that attacked Ticketmaster and blew up their lines. To this day, when I call them, you know how when you get to an operator, it's like press 1 if you want to reach
Mm.
blah blah, press
Oh,
2.
the automated
It
system, yeah.
says one of the first things it says, press 1 if you're calling about the Eras Taylor Swift tour. Like they literally had to program an
So they
entire
knew.
system around it.
That's terrible.
But the light at the end of the tunnel, the Swifties did get their tickets back.
Oh, so maybe they'll get yours back. If they can get all those thousands of Taylor Swift tickets back, they can get the probably 30 Cowboys tickets that got lost.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm thinking. And
Can't imagine there's many Cowboys tickets bought that game.
if
Or
not,
more Eagles fans.
it was funny. My coworker who I'm going with, uh, shout out Moose. He he was like, "Well, if you still can't get the tickets," he's like, "You know what we could do?" He's like, "Let's just buy our own tickets and let's go to where the old tickets were and just like beat their ass."
Oh, yeah, it's true. Like the
You
section and
could,
stuff.
yeah, you can just find them. I
Just
mean,
cause like a stakeout, be like, yo.
there's no telling that the people in the seats were the original hackers, but I mean,
I mean,
sometimes it's the wrong
what are
place,
the
wrong
games
time.
in 18 Stadium or Lincoln Financial? I mean, fights are regular there anyway. You guys would fit in.
Oh yeah, sneak in a couple hammers,
Yeah,
you
you'd be
know,
fine.
load up a couple socks with some butter in them.
There you go. Some pocket change in the sock.
It's a pocket change.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude. But hey, maybe it'll be snowing in December and just get some icicles, just go to town. But
But yeah,
that
as you
was
guys could
my
tell,
that was my rant. Sorry.
we had absolutely no outline to this show, so we're just kind of rambling here.
Oh, it's
But
a vibe though. We're vibing.
I guess that we are vibing. I guess to get back on rails just a little bit here. Um, I guess the biggest news since we last recorded is the Daniel Jones releasing. Uh, I don't know. I guess what do you think? Where do you think he might go? I know he mentioned he wants to go to a playoff contender. Um,
Well, I can
you
tell
know,
you anywhere he goes. Well,
a
if
man
they
like
are,
Daniel
if
Jones
they
is
are,
demanding, you know, guidelines of where he wants to go. I know the Raiders had interest, but he said, "I'm not signing with you guys."
he said no. Yeah.
Um, so some names I've heard. I heard Baltimore is a possibility, which would be interesting. Obviously, he would be the backup.
Hmm.
And there was another team that I heard,
Dallas,
but I don't remember. Was it
Dallas,
Dallas? Was
Dallas would
it
be
true that they
wild.
had him on the website? Because I saw that circling around like the day after he was cut. They like had Daniel Jones on the roster, like on the Dallas Cowboys
I,
website.
I mean, maybe a Ticketmaster hack. Someone got in there. Someone got in there
Ticketmaster
and
had it
was
on there.
someone got in there and was trolling a little bit. Hey, Daniel Jones on the team.
Yeah.
Who
Was
knows?
it maybe it was Miami? I don't know. I forget what there was another team that was like interested in him, but
So Miami would low key make sense,
Miami would make sense.
especially
The
because
history to Tua,
they're all about
you
speed.
know.
Daniel Jones, one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, even though he's white. He's still got that Vanilla
Sneaky
Vic,
athletic.
sneaky athletic Vanilla
Yeah,
Vic.
I mean, no, I mean, if he, I don't know. I mean, okay, we look at so say he wants to go to playoff contender. So let's narrow it down to teams currently in the playoffs. He mentioned Baltimore. I mean, does Baltimore really go get him? Maybe
Well,
depending on the price, sure. Buffalo probably won't go get him.
No, Buffalo's
Green
got
Bay won't go get him.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Does Detroit look for a backup just in case? Maybe Detroit takes a flyer. Who knows? Minnesota won't go get him.
No.
Pittsburgh, I mean, they have Justin Fields. They're not going to go after him. Philly won't go after him.
We got Kenny Two Gloves, baby.
The Niners, depending on how long they think Brock Purdy might be out, could be an interesting landing spot.
Whoa.
49ers. I don't think Purdy's injury is that significant where he's going to miss, a lot of time.
But who knows?
It could be. That could be a spot there.
Injuries can nag.
Do the Rams, same division, But they already have Jimmy G backing up Stafford. I don't know if they really would go get Jones. I was trying to see, there's not a lot of these teams playoff contenders that I think really go for them.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I mean, I think the 49ers,
none of them really make sense to me.
The 49ers make sense.
The 49ers make sense. Because obviously after seeing what Brandon Allen could do, 49ers make sense. Daniel Jones is definitely an upgrade from him if Brock Purdy were to miss more time in the future.
The Browns.
Yeah,
or the Jets.
The Jets ain't bad.
This is the way you got to look at it too. He wants to go to a playoff contender. If he wants to go to a playoff contending team, he's going to be a backup.
I think he realizes that.
I think that's what he means when he says that.
Maybe a couple teams.
Yeah,
he's going to be a backup.
If you say after you get cut, if you say I want to go to a playoff contending team, you're low key saying I'm ready to just be a backup and just be a team player and whatever. Because look at team standings right now.
So, I can name more teams on one hand that if they did sign him, he'd start than not.
Teams that are likely going to the playoffs right now. You got the Bills, the Dolphins. Well, maybe the Dolphins. I won't say the Dolphins. Maybe the Dolphins, wild card, whatever.
There's a chance.
You got the Bills, the Chiefs. Chargers and Broncos are also both in play. Steelers, Ravens in play. Texans in play. Eagles, Commanders. Seahawks and Cardinals are tied in their division. Lions, obviously, Vikings. That whole fucking division is so insane. I'm looking at the standings right now. You guys are just
Packers
rough.
Packers are what? Fucking
you're 8-3
and third, and then you have the Seahawks at 6-5 and first.
How heated
That's why.
Be?
Remember the
how
conversation
heated,
that we had a couple weeks ago? This is exactly the reason.
Go ahead. You could go off. Go off, King.
No, I'm just saying you're going to take a team like Green Bay 8-3 right now and third in their division, but you're going to have a team like the Seahawks at 6-5 leading their division. But the Seahawks, just because they won their division, is going to get a higher seed.
Also, the Falcons are 6 and.
The
Falcons
there you go.
leading.
You have 2 6-5 teams leading their division, and they're both going to get a higher seed than Green Bay.
Yes. So
division.
In the NFC,
get rid of this structure of the NFL playoffs. Make it just like the NBA. Here's your top 7. Here's your top 7.
I like giving the little guys a shot, though. Those are the underdogs.
No, it's stupid though. Okay, even with this current seeding, when is
tell me
when is a 7 seed ever won? Outside of Green Bay.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you this.
Because it hasn't happened often. I think Green Bay might be the only 7 seed.
Let's play pretend and say that the Panthers get in.
Would you rather? No. All right. So would you rather?
Let's play pretend.
However it goes. Like there, so you have the Lions as the 1 seed in the NFC. Your 7th best record is probably.
I'll tell you.
Probably the Seahawks or Falcons.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're the 3 teams that are tied for 7th are Seahawks, Cardinals, and Falcons.
Yeah, so you're going to give one of those teams an advantage in the playoffs over a team like Green Bay, who has a better record. Because instead of one of them
Well, but the
playing the
Green Bay is a
Lions,
top 7
how it
Green
should
Bay.
be if we did it like the NBA structure, you're going to get a team like Green Bay
Yeah, but
or
Green Bay is still
Washington that's going to have to play the Lions instead of, the Seahawks or Falcons.
yeah. I mean, what you're basically hoping for is the NFC West to just keep being mid and losing to other teams. Same thing with the NFC South, which neither of those divisions is
No,
not an impossible
what I'm
feat.
hoping for is that Dan Campbell forgets how to coach football and Jared Goff gets frostbite in his right arm and has to get amputated, and
No, you don't hope that for
Jahmyr
Jared.
Gibbs goes blind. Amon-Ra St. Brown gets
Well,
shrink grade.
well,
Just
Amon-Ra,
anything to stop that team because they look unstoppable.
someone shrink raid Amon-Ra's hamstring. For anyone that doesn't know, if you didn't know that, he's questionable to play.
Oh, I know. He's on my fantasy team. I know.
He's on one of my fantasy teams as well.
As soon as I get one guy back, another guy gets injured. So
It's just how it works, brother.
name of the game.
Or it's a bye week.
Yeah,
It's
that too.
like it all comes in bunches.
I am the Kirk Cousins of fantasy football.
Just mid.
Steady 500 this whole year.
Dude,
I
if you
win
didn't,
2, I lose 2. I win 1, I lose 1. That's where I am. Our whole league's like 500 though. Like it's like a crazy
14 man's rough.
Yeah, like it's so close. Like anyone could still get the 2 seed easy.
Oh, I'm coming back.
Corey's running away with it, but
I'm coming back. I beat Corey the other week.
yeah. See, I mean, I think 1 seed's still up for grabs.
I'm ready. I'm telling you right now. Mark my words. Anyone listening?
I'm ready to
My
hammer
team.
down.
I've been on video calls with my team. Okay, every
Team
week.
meetings.
Team meetings have been held. I've been on the phone directly with Josh Allen. Do I have Josh? I'm confusing my leagues now. Damn, I was gonna make a joke. I can't even make a joke.
I don't know who you have in our league.
Our league, yeah, I have Josh Allen in our league because I remember he
Oh, wow.
fell. He fell so far.
Yeah, I started the year with Stafford, but he stunk it up. So I gave the reins to Bo Nix. That's who I've been rolling with. Doing pretty good.
I've been loving the trade that Matt sent me, James Conner for Cortland Sutton straight up a couple of weeks ago. That has been phenomenal. I think we've both kind of been benefiting from that.
Okay, yeah, that's a solid one. He kept trying to jump James Conner off on me, but he wanted like Cooper Kupp, and I was like, brother, you're asking for too much.
Cortland Sutton is the number 9 wide receiver right now, though. He might actually.
Yeah,
He might have got.
He just had 2 touchdowns this week.
Yeah, he might have gotten the better end of me on that one. I mean, they're sort of comparable, but especially at the time.
They both could pop off any week.
At the time of the trade, too, like that was before.
I mean, if you needed a running back, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was flexing Cortland Sutton, but I was just like, I had better options at flex on the bench than I did with just plugging in Connors.
That's what I feel. I think I'm making a platoon swap at running back too. I've been starting Najee week after week, but I think I'm going to give the reins to Bucky Irving this week. He's been burning me on my bench the past couple of weeks. And
dude, he scored like 28 this last week.
Yeah, I know. We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah,
Najee 28 points on bench. It's hard.
Najee only performs when he's on the bench.
I mean, he's scoring like 9, 15. 10, 11, 12. But Bucky's been, like you said, eating 28 points this week. So, and he has a great matchup this week against Carolina. So,
no, it'd be interesting to see the snap percentage. I'm almost certain that has gone up for Bucky since the start of the season. Like, not only gone up, but overtaken that.
I mean, carries wise with Rashad White is pretty even, but he's getting majority of the running back targets and catches. Yeah,
it's like the third down back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he had like 6 or 7 catches this week and a rushing touchdown. They're using him in the red zone too, which a little more than Rashad White, which is nice too.
He was a guy that was picked up late in the draft too, man. You love to
I
see
don't
stuff
even know
like.
if he was drafted. I think I got him off waivers, if
Oh,
I'm not
so now I mean in
mistaken.
real life, like he was taken
Oh yeah. I thought you
late
meant.
in the draft. Yeah, Bucky probably wasn't drafted.
I don't
He
think
didn't
so. Yeah,
have
I'm off waivers
he didn't
weeks.
have a super high outlook
Well, I
at the
mean,
start of the season because Rashad
yeah,
White's
'cause I mean,
there, and
I think
Rashad
Rashad
was
White last year was like the number 4 fantasy running back, so everyone just thought,
that he was going
what
to
is
be the lead.
backfield and
Yeah,
who the hell's this Bucky Irvin guy?
yeah. Rashad has always been kind of fantasy wise, it's been great,
He
but
had a
I
great
feel
year
like
last year. He had a
yeah,
really good
but
year last year. I think he
Bucky's
was like 4th or 5th or 6th or somewhere around there as far as fantasy running backs go.
yeah. As far as fantasy, I just feel like Rashad doesn't offer you in terms of a real life football team. Like Bucky's has more. What's the word? He's got a bigger tool belt. If that
Potential.
makes sense. Yeah, more potential. Yeah, but
I hear you,
that's
brother.
neither here nor there.
All right.
Um,
Well, I guess we rambled up enough about random shit. I guess we can get into our weekly pick'ems since
word, brother.
I know everyone's missing those. We haven't been able to provide those. I guess we
Hmm.
only missed last week because there's
We
been
know.
2
I
weeks.
know. I think we missed at least 2 weeks because right now it's week 13, and this is going to be episode 10.
Well, we have survivors for week 11 though.
But
Oh no,
we
we missed 2 Saturdays and last Tuesday. So we missed a Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. But we're back here.
we're back. Is
We're
all
back
that
on track.
matters. We're
And
back.
we're ready to give you some picks. And to make up for missing a couple episodes, we're going to give you a perfect slate this week.
Hmm.
An absolutely perfect slate.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thanksgiving week. Come on. Come on.
Exactly.
This is a Thanksgiving episode.
We
We
are
didn't even
in the giving mood.
hype
And you
this up
don't
as a
have to thank
Thanksgiving
us. We're
episode,
just in
dude.
the giving mood. And we're going to give you a clean slate here.
We should have hyped this up as a Thanksgiving episode, just like eating turkeys and I don't know.
Um,
Thanksgiving is
turkeys,
it always just thanks
cranberry sauce.
Thanksgiving gets absolutely no love, dude. Because
I love Thanksgiving.
It's Halloween, which is fun. It's costumed, it's candy. And then Thanksgiving's like the middle child between Christmas and Halloween, I feel. Like people
No, I
like
agree. I
Thanksgiving,
love Thanksgiving though.
but it gets like it's like as soon as like Halloween hits, it's just like, all right, well, let's just
Let's get
Christmas
things
is here.
or let's get Christmas.
Let's just do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a lot. I feel, yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is terrible.
Okay. Thursday, Thanksgiving football. Pre-Thanksgiving dinner meal at 12:30 p.m. The Bears travel to Detroit, and it's not going to be good for the Bears.
Yeah, as I say, this is probably easiest of the 3 to pick. I mean, I just said about 10 minutes ago, the Lions look unstoppable, and the Bears aren't going to stop them,
No,
especially in Detroit. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to go Detroit here.
you can never count out a divisional game, but these Lions are about as hot of a team in the NFL as there is.
Hot like the turkey on your plate this Thursday.
Hot like the turkey on your
Hopefully.
plate. Okay.
Hopefully.
No, we're
Hopefully
locking
not
in.
getting served with cold turkey.
We're locking in Detroit. Yeah, some people like cold
Yeah,
turkey
safe.
better than warm turkey.
It's true. It's not bad though. Like the Friday after you open that
Turkey
fridge, you
sandwich,
see
dude.
all those bins of the leftovers, and you're like, damn, let me throw some turkey on there. Let me get some stuffing on there.
Yeah, dude.
A little of the cranberry sauce on top. And make a nice little Thanksgiving sandwich, dude. That thing
Cody's
rocks.
going. Cody goes crazy.
I'm so ready for Thanksgiving, dude.
It's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a good time. Hopefully we watch some of our locks hit. Hey yo,
Hey, perfect slate. It's coming.
locking in Detroit. Locking in Detroit. The best team in the NFL I've heard. One of the best.
One of the best.
Okay.
That's what they
All right.
say.
New York Giants travel to Jerry World.
I'm interested to hear what your thoughts on this one. I think I know Arlene, but I
My
don't know.
thoughts are that Tommy DeVito had an awful first showing. Okay,
Another
let's
questionable
let's
guy dealing with a forearm injury, I believe it is. So we may see Mister Locke himself. I don't know yet. Don't quote me. It is Tuesday. It is still early in the week. Just in case someone watches on Friday and says, "Wow, what an idiot." Um,
if his
it is
last name
Tuesday. We don't
is
know yet.
Locke,
There's a full week of practice still to go.
if his last name is Locke, there's no shot that he loses.
I mean, as weird as it sounds, I think I like the Giants' odds better if Drew Lock plays. I mean, I don't even know if that's weird to say.
No, I don't think it's weird to say.
The
I
weird thing was Drew Lock all year was the second string quarterback. They get rid of their first string quarterback, and then their third string quarterback is now their starter. What do you think? He just moved us. I mean, I know why they did it. Apparently, he had some like incentives if he played, so the Giants just don't want to pay him. It's kind of shitty.
mhm.
Uh,
No, I'm not gonna lie. The more I'm thinking about it, when
I think I'm
Cooper
going
Rush,
Dallas.
when Cooper Rush gets on a when he wins, he goes on a winning streak.
Yeah, I say just one last week. Very interesting
That's
game
at
for anyone
home.
that have watched that. Yeah, at home. I like.
He still managed to
As weird
feed
as it sounds, Dallas
CD.
is usually pretty good on Thanksgiving too.
Can't
So,
remember who they played last year.
so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Dallas.
I hate picking Dallas.
I do too.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna. Man, I was pretty adamant in my head about picking the Giants. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Dallas. Just for this, though. Just for this, because we need to win.
Yeah. So see, the money wants to pick Dallas, but you want to pick New York.
Yes, I want to pick New York. I mean, I want both of them to lose, ideally, but that just can't happen
Unless they tie.
unless a plane crashes into Jerry World. See, now if it happens, I'll be
Oh,
under direct
did you hear that?
investigation.
Speaking of, I know we're kind of past the tangent section here, but
Oh,
did you
tangent
hear that?
section
Jerry
is.
Jones said that extending Mike McCarthy is not out of the realm, and Mike McCarthy has a lot of football left. And he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Jerry Jones just says a lot.
So
Jerry Jones is one of the
keep
GMs
watch
of all
for a
time.
Mike McCarthy contract extension.
Uh, I it is hard. I mean, his quarterback just got killed for the rest of the season. That doesn't help. But
Yeah, but weren't they like 3-5 or something
they
before
weren't
the
good
was
when
on?
they had him, and they haven't been good the past 3 years with him. So
Well, regular season they were good, but playoffs, that's another story.
okay, but how long do you keep a guy around? I mean, I was thinking about this with
Yeah,
Harbaugh.
Green Bay did it for about 10 years.
And the Ravens are doing it right now with Harbaugh, with John Harbaugh, not Jim. Jim's new. Oh, not new, but he's fresh. He's back. John Harbaugh. When is it going to be time to question
No, I agree.
what's going on in
I've
that
thought that
building?
too. I mean, you could be as good as you want in that regular season, but come
You got to
playoff
finish the
time, and
job.
you just lose week after week or year after year. I mean, you're not hired to win your divisions and you know be good in the regular season. You're hired to, win the Super Bowl. And
Yeah, get the biggest dub of them all. Get the biggest dub of them all.
I mean, he did it back in what 2000 was it 12 or 13 or whatever year it was.
True, that is true. So I
But I
gotta.
mean,
How
that's
about
10
I?
years ago.
Yeah, one. I mean, I guess he can't. He got one, and he has. They have been able to get into the playoffs every year. It's not like they don't have a fighting shot. It's just
Yeah, I mean,
I
obviously you have
forgot
to
about the
get to the
Flacco one.
playoffs to even have a chance at the Super Bowl. But when you're losing first round every year, it's you know,
Not great.
yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway, I digress, and we move on
Anyway, let's
to the
move
game of the
on.
week.
I think
The game of Thursday, I should say.
my Miami at Lambeau against the Green Bay Packers.
It's a tough one.
It is tough.
It's a tough one. Miami coming off two
Dubs.
very good games. Tua
And
looks very good. 7 touchdowns those past 2 games.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the Dolphins here.
Dolphins do have the plus odds, which, as a betting man in a matchup like this, is very enticing. I don't know, though. In Green Bay, should be cold. And a team from Florida playing in the cold, how do they, how will they adapt to the weather? But then again, a couple years ago, they said that about the Niners in the playoffs against Green Bay, and the Niners won. Romeo Doubs may not play, so that's something to keep an eye on. I don't know, man. Josh Jacobs looks hot.
I think the Dolphins have to go at least 500 here. They're 5-6 right now. I think they make it 6-6. Green Bay
Bay's fighting for a fucking wild card spot at 8-3, so they got to win too.
That's the division, though. That's not Green Bay's fault.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying like they can't give up either just because they're 8-3. Like any other 8-3 teams win their goddamn division.
Okay, I don't know.
Obviously, I want to go Green Bay at home, and being a Green Bay fan, but it's not a confident pick.
Because I think either Miami's got to win.
I mean, although I know
that's the way I look at it.
I mean, it's coming off last week. I know, obviously, no Brock Purdy and everything, and Niners didn't have Nick Bosa on defense, but they put up 38 on a good Niners defense. Granted without Bosa, like I just said, but it's not like their secondary was missing. It's not like their linebacking core is missing.
Also, no turnover from Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
so does that mean he's done turning the ball over, or he's due?
I mean, I don't know if he's gone, but hopefully it's like last year. He had the same amount of interceptions through the same amount of games, and then look what they did the second half of last year.
I don't know. You might
have
convinced me.
Amount of games.
You might have convinced me. It is hard to look at to imagine.
I'm taking Green Bay. I think
it's hard to imagine them losing at Lambeau. I'll say that.
Yeah, and I believe 2 years ago these teams met and Green Bay beat them pretty good. I mean, granted that's 2 years ago, but I think I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah,
in Lambeau, in the cold, on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. All right. I'll lock it. Well, I'll go with you. I'll lock it in.
All right. The Friday game, which is I don't even know why they
Friday game, which
I don't even know why this is technically a prime time game because
it's kind of weird.
Probably another easy one to pick is the Chiefs.
Raiders at Chiefs.
I did say the Panthers would be the Chiefs last week, and they were this close. Bryce Young may have played the best game of his career that game, by the way.
I think he did play the best game of his career. That's what I was about to say. I mean, dude was dotting up. Baby. Bryce was gone, and Bryce has returned. He is back.
Bryce Young money, baby.
Bryce Young, dude, people write quarterbacks off so quick. Like, so quick. And I'm sure I do it sometimes, but like sometimes you got to take a deep breath and just remember that sometimes it takes some time. Look at CJ Stroud's year last year and look at him now. Mm-hmm. If he didn't have the year that he had last year, people would already be thinking about drafting his replacement after the year he's having right now.
Sure. I mean, like we talked about weeks ago, look at Peyton Manning's first year. Like, imagine if the Colts gave up on him.
Yep, still holds the record for most INTs thrown by a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best of all time.
Yeah, it's crazy to think.
We're cool to lock in the Chiefs against the Raiders here.
That's probably another safe one. Yeah, I mean, I think, like we said, they played Carolina last week, and they're pretty good favorites in that one, but the Panthers are better than the Raiders. So,
yeah. Agreed. As we move on to the Chargers at the Falcons, two in my opinion, very similar teams. They are only one win and one loss away from having the same record. The Chargers are 7-4, Falcons are 6-5. For some reason, I kind of like the Falcons at home, though. I just kind of like the home team. Also, we have picked all home winners so far.
Hey, sometimes it's how it goes, though.
Sometimes how it goes.
Yeah, this one's kind of tough too. I'm shaking here, moving my camera and computer and everything. Yeah, like we touched on earlier in the show, may not have J.K. Dobbins, so that hurts. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Now I'm thinking about it, I like the Falcons pretty good, and especially if Dobbins doesn't play. Um, at home, the Falcons will be home underdogs too.
That's what I just was about to say. Home underdogs, the Falcons are, which is kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
I'll take it.
Okay. Moving on to Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, because I think Falcons coming off the bye too.
Yeah, feeling fresh,
So
feeling good.
nice to rest the Chargers on a short week.
Kirko was in the
Like it.
pool, I'm sure, reading stories to his kids at bedtime, doing the whole
Yeah,
shebang. You know?
throwing a little Nerf ball on them, making diving catches into the pool.
Yeah, dude. It's after a nice, Thanksgiving, dude. Oh, dude, come on. Come on.
Yeah, no, we're going Falcons.
We're
Got
going
it.
Falcons.
This one we might disagree on though.
Colts at Patriots. I'm leaning Colts, man.
Yes, yeah, I'm leaning Patriots.
Okay. You were right about us disagreeing.
I had a feeling we would. When you look at it again, Patriots home underdogs. Drake May has had a lot of rookie hiccups, but overall looks very, good for a rookie, especially with the roster that surrounds him on offense. Colts defense not good. Anthony Richardson looks better than before his benching, but still not great. I don't know, man. I'm leaning Patriots here, I think.
I mean,
I know the
the
Dolphins
spread
just
is
put the smack down on them, but
yeah, the spread is 2.5. Don't get me wrong. I don't think this is one where I think that the Colts win by, 21 points or that I think that it's an easy pick or anything. I think it's definitely going to be close, and it is a tough one to pick. It's honestly probably the hardest one for me to pick this week, next to maybe Miami, Green Bay.
yeah, they're both bad defenses, but
They're
I think
both
the Patriots
not.
offense could do more than the Colts offense will do this week. If that makes any sense at all.
What if Flacco goes in?
No, I think they're done with Flacco. I think they're just going to ride with A-Rich and.
What if they don't have a choice? What if A-Rich goes down?
Well, that's a whole other story, brother.
Well,
but as it is, Tuesday, November 20, whatever, or other 26th, I'm going New England.
Man, we're picking another home team, huh?
Look, bro, that's how it goes sometimes. We can go Colts if you want. I don't like it enough to use my veto. So if you want to go Colts, we can go Colts. I'm okay caving.
I just don't even want to pick this one. This one sucks. I could just see Anthony Richardson, even though it's horrible as he. You know what? We'll go Patriots. I'll go with you.
You want to go Patriots?
Yeah, let's go Patriots.
All right.
I'll ride with you.
I'm fine with it.
We'll ride Patriots. Because I do like Drake May. I'm thinking about Drake May. That's what's making me lean Patriots. Because, like you said, neither one of their defenses is anything to write home about, and it's going to come down to which quarterback is able to make plays.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And that's where I give the edge to Drake May. And
yeah, I wonder what Drake May's rushing.
It's really just a gut feeling. Drake
rushing
May, hey, he could run too.
That's what I'm saying. I think
he's a sneaky athlete, like they say.
We saw on Monday night, Justin Herbert and Lamar each get a rushing touchdown. That could happen in this game too for
Sure.
AR and Drake May. So
absolutely.
We'll lock with the
Drake May believer.
I like Drake May too. I liked him a lot coming out of North Carolina. So
Let's lock it in.
We'll lock it in. Moving on to Houston at Jacksonville. This is Houston. This is the first away team we pick, I'm sure.
Oh, I gotta find it. DraftKings has it out. Oh, there it is. Houston. Oh yeah, first away team. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Houston's in a rut,
Houston.
but
And I haven't been playing well, but neither has Jacksonville really. And this is one where I know I said I like the Patriots offense better than the Colts offense here, but this is where there's a game where on the flip side, I like Texans defense better than I like Jacksonville's defense. Um, so for that reason, I'll go Texans.
So for that reason, I'm out. We're going Texans.
Yeah, we'll go Texans on that one.
Lock it in. Move on to Seattle.
I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Doug Peterson will not be the coach of the Jaguars next year. Or the end of this year. I don't know, brother.
I'm not doubting it. I think he's going to make it to the end of this year, though. We'll see. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe.
There's that guy named Bill Belichick saying that he would like the Jaguars head coach position if it were to open. So
there's also a guy named Deion Sanders who I'm sure would love to go to the Jags, who have the projected number 1 pick in the draft, who would most likely take Travis Hunter, who I'm sure that could be a very fun.
Yeah, but I think he would want to coach his son more than I could. So I could see something like Las Vegas or the Giants.
Yeah, but does Las Vegas fire their coach? I think the Giants could. The Giants could fire Daboll for sure, but I don't know if you fire Pierce for the Raiders. I feel like everyone likes Pierce. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't, but I mean, he just hasn't had any quarterback help.
That's what I think. I think if Deion goes NFL, he's going to want to go where his son goes.
I definitely think it makes sense.
That or he doesn't go and just stays in Colorado. Because Colorado, didn't they just get like the number 1 quarterback recruit or something? I just saw.
I don't know. That would be dope, though.
I think they just got like the number 1 quarterback recruit out of high school.
I do not know. But
something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
Colorado. What we got next?
On to the next. Seahawks at Jets. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy's right.
I feel like the Jets at home have to win one, dude.
I've been saying that for I don't know how many weeks now, and it just hasn't happened.
Can we go another away team and pick the Seahawks? I will actually just go whatever way you pick because I have no idea.
The Jets are in shambles.
They're in shambles.
We don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is going to start this game. So, I mean, he probably does, but I know there's rumors about him being benched and everything. I'm going to go Seahawks.
There's rumors about well, we're locking on Seahawks, by the way, but there's rumors about A-Rod getting benched. That is insane.
Oh, you didn't hear about those? Yeah, they're saying the Jets might just put him on IR or just bench him.
No, that's horrible.
Look it up.
Oh, I don't doubt that they're rumors, but some of the people that make this shit up is like.
The rumor is also that they don't want him back next year.
Now that is more believable.
But then Rodgers says he wants to play next year, and if he does, the Jets are his first option.
I did hear that today on Pat McAfee.
So I know it just seemed I don't know what's going on there. What's true? What's not true? What's partially true?
I mean, you're a Packers fan. You know that the way that Aaron Rodgers operates, he operates in mysterious ways.
I'm happy it's not happening to my team anymore.
It is just reading the tea leaves every single weekend with
Rodgers. Rodgers is just going to go to Minnesota next year. Do exactly what Brett Favre did. Because, I mean, look what Brett Favre did. Went to the Jets, struggled, stayed there for a year, went to Minnesota, excelled.
He's not going to go to Minnesota, though. They got J.J. McCarthy.
Well, the rumor is, and the theory is Rodgers goes there on a year or 2 rental. J.J. McCarthy coming off his second surgery, missing a whole year. They sit J.J. for a year healthy.
No.
I mean, the story lines up if it were to happen. I don't think it does, but I mean, it's there. I mean,
I mean, who knows? Who knows? History has shown that if you let a quarterback sit for a while, it could be helpful for them, or it could be detrimental. You look at someone like a Trey Lance, where he aged like milk, or you look at someone like Jordan Love, who sat on the bench for 3 years, and now he's one of the best in the league. So,
or Aaron Rodgers himself. Rodgers had his first, was it 3 years as well?
yeah,
2 or 3 years. Mahomes had his first year. Josh
yeah.
Allen wasn't a starter's first year. Tua wasn't a starter his first year. Well, towards the end of the year, he was.
If you're Minnesota, though, I think if you're not playing
Minnesota.
Minnesota, if you're Minnesota, I think if you're not starting Darnold, who has also been playing pretty well, um, if I think he's only on a 1 year deal, so I think you kind of just play
I
the
think
poker
he's earned
chips you
himself a
have on
nice
the
contract
table, and
this year, though. There's going to be a team that pays Darnold pretty well.
oh yeah. Speaking of sitting quarterback sitting, look for a team like the Giants to maybe sign a guy like Darnold and then draft Shador or a rookie quarterback to sit
Sure.
behind him for a little bit. I think
Yeah.
that's in the cards.
Oh,
But
sure. I mean,
I
that
think
it happens every year. I mean, look at New England. Drafted
I th-
Drake May, but still signed Jacoby Brissett. And for whatever reason, we're still starting him over
yeah,
May.
I think if I had to bet money on it, I think Minnesota just rides with McCarthy. They say, you know, we spent a first rounder on you for a reason. You know, we were all hyped for you before he got injured. Let's go. And they were going to play him
I know,
before
but
he got.
the thing is now, if you look back, and obviously hindsight's 2020, and you never know what's going to happen. You know, Sam Darnold has you at 9-2 right now, a second year division behind, you know, the best team in the NFC, if not all of the NFL. Say, you know, you end the year 12-5, or 13-4, whatever you want to say. Maybe win a first round playoff game. I mean, do you let Darnold walk? It'd be hard, in my opinion, to let him go.
Yeah, I think you could just sign him to another deal
But
for
he's
like a
going to need
year.
more money than that, though. He's not going to take another 1 year deal after a year like that. Because, I mean, you got to think about it. You have a quarterback who led you to, we'll say they win even just two more games, 11-6, make the playoffs, and, win a playoff game or don't. The only real reason you would get rid of him and go JJ is if you think JJ is going to take you higher than that.
We don't know.
Exactly.
You just have
So I
to.
think Sam Darnold put them in a really tough spot.
I don't think you put him in a
As
tough
long as
spot.
if I'm the GM, he's
Sam
put me in a tough
Darnold.
spot.
Sam Darnold put him in a spot to win the Super Bowl right now.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's a good spot. It's not a bad spot.
Exactly. So as your GM, this year's over. You finished, 11-6, 12-5, whatever it be. Say you don't even win a playoff game, right? But say you lose to whoever, it's a close game. Is a young, unproven guy coming off two surgeries going to take you higher than what you did?
I'd feel more comfortable, funny enough, starting a guy like JJ, especially if Sam took us to the playoffs and we just immediately lost. Because I'm thinking, okay, well, Sam's not going to finish the job. Let's go see what we have with JJ.
Yeah,
I don't
but I
know.
mean,
You
if
could,
you do that, then you would have cut Lamar Jackson years ago.
yeah. Well, I mean, yes and no.
Because I mean, if he
Lamar's
got us to the
Lamar's
playoffs but
Lamar's
lost, like,
right, but Lamar plays exceptionally well. Like Lamar does things that
I mean,
Sam
yeah,
Darnold hasn't
sure,
done,
but
or
I mean, like,
it depends. On football's a
they're nine
funny
and
game.
two, and you can't, like, you know what I mean? I mean, the defense is playing good, but you know,
Yeah, no,
you're 9-2 for a reason, and Sam Darnold's part of that.
I don't know. I understand where you're coming from. I think you could
Because
go
the
either way.
scenario, and I know we're going off on a little tangent, but the scenario is they go JJ next year and say JJ's just absolutely terrible. You set your franchise back however many years now.
Well, you don't know if he's terrible unless you go, but that's just the nature of the beast too.
That's what I mean. Hindsight's always 20/20,
You
but it's gonna
spend
be a hard decision.
you spend a first rounder on him, are you just not gonna play him? It's a waste of a first rounder.
I mean, I always look to trade him.
Look to trade him, but you don't
See how
even
the
know what
draft
he is,
goes, trade him before the draft.
I guess.
I mean,
But
the only reason you rolled him because he was a first round pick. That's the only reason you do roll with him. But
if I'm the GM, barring the rest of the season, whatever happens, happens. Because who knows? Sam Darnold could get a Super Bowl this year. Sam Darnold could win MVP. Like, who knows what could happen the rest of the season? Let's say they go to the playoffs and they win a game and then get kicked out. If I'm the GM and McCarthy's healthy, we're going McCarthy. We're just plugging him in.
I mean,
That's
sure.
just me. I
I
know where
guess
you're
this
coming
is
from,
where I
though.
come from.
You're just rooting for Sammy.
I mean, I'm not rooting for him. But
You're rooting for the Vikings, is what you're saying.
sure, let's go with that. No, realistically, I would love him to get rid of Darnold, JJ come in, and JJ suck. Trust me, there's no one else that wants that more than me. Than maybe another Packer fan or Lions fan or Bears fan or something. But trust me, I'm hoping for that other scenario. I'm just trying to be the
Oh, I got you, brother.
unbiased man sitting in my office closet room thing here.
Sweet Life setup. It's a Sweet Life corner. Dude, it's so
I'm gonna
dope.
start doing that if I have a thought or an
I
idea.
have
I'm
I
just
have an
gonna start
idea.
"Ooh, I have an idea. Like I
Oh
need
my
to say
god.
something.
All right. What the hell were we even talking about before this? Oh,
I don't
we're
remember.
locking in the
Jets,
Seahawks.
Seahawks. We picked Seahawks. I don't even know how we got on the Vikings. Oh, we were
Aaron
talking about
Rodgers.
Rodgers and going to the
Yeah.
Vikings stuff.
All right, Seahawks.
All right. Yeah, moving on.
Next one is Pittsburgh at Bengals. And Bengals are favored to win.
They are at
When
home, which helps.
if and when do the Bengals get their stuff together?
Next year when they draft and sign some defensive players because their defense sucks. I think for as as sad as is to say, because the offense has been playing so well. I mean, you literally have the league leader in passing yards, receptions, receiving touchdowns, receiving yards, and sacks, and you're third in your division and not making the playoffs right now. So offense playing exceptionally well, defense playing exceptionally bad, whereas Pittsburgh's defense playing exceptionally well, offense playing pretty decent. I'm going Pittsburgh here, I think.
I lean Pittsburgh. I think it's funny that the Bengals are favored to win, though. I know that with my record game, the Bengals are 4-7. Do the Bengals go 4-8? It's really not out of this world for the Bengals to go
No,
4-8 the
it's
way
not.
they've been playing. I think
No,
I think I go Pittsburgh as well.
no. I was talking to the Pat and Greg the other day, and I said Joe Burrow kind of reminds me of like a modern day Andrew Luck. Like talented guys, just you never gave him a defense or offensive line to really work with. So
And is
for as
constantly
good as
getting
that team,
sacked.
for as good as the team should be, and for as good as he is, you're just not giving them the resources to really excel. I mean, you have
Nope.
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, so two great receivers, but a quarterback, two great receivers. If they're not putting up 30 points where your defense is allowing 30 points, it's just you're not going to win.
Joe Burrow also takes sacks to the mouth more than a $5
Hey, no.
prostitute. So
Hey, no.
there's that, which Andrew Luck also had happening to him, to the point where Andrew Luck started urinating blood. And he said, "You know what?
Well, that's why he retired as a kid.
I'm gonna retire."
I'm out of here.
So, I mean, who knows? I hope that doesn't happen with Joe. And it's a shame because the man will throw up 300 yards, 4 touchdowns for you with no
And,
interceptions,
and
and then the
lose.
defense just can't stop a nosebleed. So,
Mhm.
or a penis bleed, as I should say, talking about urinating blood. So,
Hey, no. Yeah, I like Pittsburgh
ah,
here.
boom.
Only because, like I said, if the Bengals don't score 30, they're not going to win, and I don't see them putting 30 up against the Steelers.
Now, Steelers plus 130, like it sounds like a trap game. Like, that sounds like an awesome bet.
Oh,
Steelers
I'll take
money
it.
Steelers
I'll
money
take
line?
Steelers money line there.
That's it's scary. All right. Another kind of weird game that I know where it makes sense to lean is Tennessee Titans at Commanders. Commanders are at home. Will Levis is just weird. He's kind of trying to prove people wrong.
Yeah, he had a decent game last week. Still
But
threw an interception. Um,
mhm.
we touched on it not last week, but the week before. Jaden Daniels had a good game this week, but he's kind of simmered down from the hot start he did have. Um, I still think I like Washington in this game over Tennessee. Um, but I mean, this is one I could really see going either way. I think it does come down to what kind of game is Will Levis going to give you. Like, are we going to see like an actual decent Will Levis game, or are we going to see another meme of the week Will Levis game?
Yeah, I think it's I think I do lean Commanders. It just wouldn't surprise me though if this game the spread's 5.5. I wouldn't be surprised if this game came down to something like, you know, 5 points.
Like a missed extra point or something.
Yeah, like a
Say
safety and a field goal,
Washington or
you know what I
something.
mean? Like just like some weird stuff where Will Levis, you know, throws for, you know, 289 and just two touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, and Jaden Daniels does the same thing, but at the end of the game, Will Levis throws a pick or something, but like keeps it close.
Mhm.
I, I'm cool with locking in Washington though.
Yeah.
All right, that was another home team pick. The
We
next
got a
one,
couple away here.
I don't think we're gonna agree on this next one. Is the Arizona Cardinals at Minnesota Vikings, who we just spent some time talking about. Our boy Sam Darnold. I kind of lean Arizona here. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm going Minnesota. Kyler Murray is just career wise is just he's terrible in November. So I'll go Minnesota at home. And
Terrible in
I
November.
don't really think I got to think much about this one.
It's
Kyler
it's
Murray's bad in November.
it's Call of Duty Black Ops season, is what you're saying.
It's Call of Duty season. He tried to throw us off a couple weeks, like when Call of Duty first came out. He's like, "No, guys, watch. I'm gonna play good. I'm not playing video games anymore." And then, has sucked since. Yeah, I'm going Minnesota. I don't like Kyler Murray in November.
Brother, I think I'm gonna use my fat veto.
All right, that's fine by me.
I'm whipping out my veto on the table, and I think we're gonna lock in Arizona.
All right, go. That's fine. I'm gonna keep my veto holstered. Keep the coin in the pocket for now.
Okay, we can always come back.
Okay.
Lock it in the Cardinals for now, as we go to Tampa Bay at our
Let's
sweet,
see.
sweet Carolina Panthers.
Sweet, sweet Carolina Panthers.
Sweet, sweet chocolate.
Um, I
Panthers
don't
almost
know.
beat the Chiefs, dude.
They did. They did. But we have Buccaneers with another week of healthy Mike Evans.
Bucky Irving going off.
Bucky Irving going off. Was this a flash in the pan by Bryce Young, or is this the Bryce Young we're going to see going forward? We
That's what I
don't
was gonna
know
say.
yet. Although Bryce Young has been looking better week by week since he has come back to being the starter. Panthers at home. I don't know, brother.
don't,
No,
every
I'm going
time
Buccaneers. It's Buccaneers.
it's Buccaneers.
It's Buccaneers.
It's Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Before I start overthinking it, let's just move on. Let's just go Buccaneers.
because
I'm gonna start overthinking it, and I'm gonna want to think through. So let's just keep going.
every time we pick a Panthers game, we want to pick the Panthers.
I know.
We want to
This
pick.
year, I don't know what I don't know what it was, but this year really made me have a soft spot in my heart for the Panthers.
Dude, I always loved Cam Newton, and I always loved their uniforms.
The uniforms are
But
dope.
but now they're like underdogs, and everyone just hates on them. And like the whole meme of Andy Dalton that we had on the show, like I will forever love the Panthers. It's just gonna be a thing. unless
Andy
they
Dalton Day.
unless they
Andy
like
Dalton
kick
Day.
unless they like kick the Eagles out of the playoffs or something.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that this year. Do we remember what day Andy Dalton Day was? It was like September something,
I have
wasn't
it.
it?
I have it written
24th or
down.
something.
I have it written down. I'll
Okay,
tell you
cool.
the day.
We got to keep track.
Andy Dalton Day is Andy Dalton Celebration Day
Oh,
is September 24th.
okay. I was right. September 24th. Look at that. I can never forget.
Never forget.
There's
All
only
right.
2 days I'll never forget.
What's that?
Andy Dalton Day and my dad's birthday.
Oh, that's very nice. Shout out to Mr. Puza. All right.
August 29th, for anyone wondering.
Oh, there you go. Shout out Mr. McGoats.
Mr. McGoats. All right, I still got Vito and check, and I don't know. Looking at them, unless you surprise me that we disagree on one of the games coming up.
There's 4 good games left.
I mean, I have a feeling we're going to lean the same way on each of them, but let's roll through and see.
Okay. Next one up is Rams at Saints. I'm leaning Rams here.
Yeah, okay. I'm leaning Rams too. All right, so no veto to use there. So I like it. Rams have been playing good. I know, just got beat pretty good.
Derek Carr is showing his true colors.
The Saints are a much lesser team than the Eagles. Yeah, I like Rams.
Okay, move on to my Eagles at Baltimore Ravens. I'm scared. I'm not going to lie.
Underdogs.
I'm scared, though.
Big over-under, 50.5. Kind of like it, though.
I kind of like the under.
So I was going to say, I kind of like the over. I can see this being like a 30-30 game.
I see this being...
This could be the high-scoring game of the week, and it looks like Vegas thinks so, too.
This could also be like a 21-24 type game.
Sure. Could be like
just like slow.
It could be any type of game. Oh, I mean, I don't think it's going to be slow. These are two of the
You want to know what it
best
is?
offenses in the league.
Who is Offensive Player of the Year, Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley? That's what this comes down to. That's what this comes down to.
Jackson in there, too, as an MVP candidate.
Oh, God.
The edge, though, I probably go Philly has the better defense, no?
Statistically, they do. They're, I believe, the number 1 ranked defense right now, as of the time of this recording.
I don't know if they're that good. The past
I think they are.
Pretty good.
I think they are NFL ranked defenses. I literally just looked it up.
Maybe they are.
So as a Fox News or Fox Sports rather, on updated November 26th today, the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL is the Philadelphia Eagles, who have only allowed 21 touchdowns and 274.6 yards. The Ravens.
The defense has been tearing it up the past couple of weeks.
Ravens, who everyone heralds.
They have like the 2 best corners this draft. Is absurd.
The exciting whites.
I don't know. I think I might lean Eagles here. As crazy as it sounds. I'm going Eagles.
I love leaning the Eagles.
I think that's where I'm going to go.
I think
it's a shootout, but like I said, I think I give the edge to Philly's defense.
Let me ask you this. I'll comfortably lock in the Birds, by the way. We're locking that in. But just for fun, and all the kids at home who have made it this far and are listening, the Ravens and John Harbaugh, they are always heralded as having this phenomenal defense, right? Defense team. And they have really great players on that defense. Where do you think they rank right now?
Overall defense?
Yards allowed and touchdowns allowed.
Oh, I'm going to say probably like 23rd.
24th.
Oh, damn. That was close.
That was really close. 24th, just like Andy Dalton Day.
Cut that out. Make me sound smart. Keep that in there.
Nah, dude, they They allow a lot of points. Their
Yeah, they allow
corners,
a lot of yards though, and I think a lot of it's their pass defense.
yeah, I was gonna say their corners haven't
They
played
allow
very
a lot of
well.
passing yards.
Yeah, they let up a couple flags too this last week, unfortunately, against the Chargers. Their DBs have not been playing very smart football, and I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with their defense. I think that
It's one of those years, I guess.
if I was a betting man, though, I think this is going to be the slow game of the week. But who knows?
If there are any baseball fans out there, I know we're not a baseball show here, but Blake Snell and Dodgers have just agreed on a contract.
Shout out Blake Snell.
Yeah, now fuck the Dodgers. Fuck you, Blake Snell, you sellout.
Okay. I don't know who that is, but I guess fuck him.
We don't like that.
Go Phillies. Anyway.
Yeah, don't like that either.
San Francisco 49ers are not a baseball team, and they play the Buffalo Bills at Buffalo.
Yeah. I mean, if Purdy misses again, I think it's pretty safe to pick Bills. If Purdy plays, it's probably still safe to pick Bills.
I like Bills at home.
Yeah, I'll go. I
And then
mean,
the last. Oh, go ahead.
I would take a risk on maybe seeing if Purdy does play because they have the spread at 7 right now, and I kind of like Niners +7 spread.
FanDuel, I got it 6.5, but I mean, yeah.
Same thing. But yeah, we'll go. We can go Bills money line. I think we're in agreement there.
Sure. The last game of the week, Monday Night Football.
I don't think I'm going to have to use a veto because I think we'll agree on this one too.
Well, Cleveland Browns at Denver Broncos. The Bo Leaf is in the air.
Bo Leaf is in the air.
I'm leaving Mr. Bo Nix, baby.
I'm going Mile High City, baby. Jameis is Jameis. We don't know what game we're going to get out of Jameis.
Jameis is,
the Broncos have very good defense.
He is factually Jameis.
Bo Nix might be my pick for Offensive Rookie of the Year right now after the past couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
The Broncos have just look very good the past couple of weeks. Browns won last week, but they're still very shaky, inconsistent team.
That was in the snow though too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Denver.
I'm going Denver as well.
No veto.
I mentioned.
Maybe take a look here, but I think we're good. I don't think I want to veto any of them. Unless I take you to the coin on the Minnesota
you can
game.
You certainly can.
Yeah, because I think I like all the other ones.
The damn coin is a bastard, but
the coin knows though. The coin knows.
Coin does not know. The coin is 2 and 1.
You know what? Just to make it interesting, bring out the coin.
All right.
Bring out the coin. Just bring it out.
We got
so the
coin.
home team is always the Buddy Clark side. So
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Which means the Cardinals are good for one drink.
Lock in here. Lock in. There we go. What do we got?
Cardinals are good for one drink.
All right. Cardinals it is.
Let's see, brother.
The coin's what? 3-1 now, no?
Are they 3-1 or 2-1?
They're 3-1. Because remember, they were 2-1, but then we just used it on something and it won. I forget what game it was.
I don't recall. We'd have to consult the tapes.
I'd have to look back. We got to consult the tapes. I think it's 3-1.
We should keep track of the coin's record.
We should. I want to say it's 3-1. No, because remember, what game was it?
I think it's 2-1. Who knows?
I remember, like I messaged you or you messaged me or something. You said always believe in the coin.
Oh, I said I doubted the coin. I think you might be right. It is 3-1, I believe.
I forget who it was though.
It was the Falcons. Game. It was Denver. It was a Denver game. It was Denver Falcons, I think.
Yeah, and I
Denver
picked. Yeah, we
dog
flipped it for
walked them.
Denver to win. Yeah, that's what it was.
Denver
Okay, yeah. So
Denver
3-1.
did. Yep.
Always
So
3-1, man.
put everything on the Cardinals,
Solid.
basically.
Put everything on the Cardinals.
I'm locking this one in for us, right? I've been putting the bet in.
Yeah,
So 2 bones to win 6,600.
I'll lock in my own separate one.
Okay, very nice.
I had just to make a rounded dollar in my DraftKings account. I bet 66 cents because I like to see the even dollar amount at the top.
Yeah,
But 66 cents could win me $1,423.
that is beautiful.
Be a good ROI right there. I don't know what that percent is.
You want to know what a really great ROI is? I mentioned I put a bet in the beginning of the year on about like 4 different players that I was just fans of that I liked coming out of college. One of them was Nate Wiggins. One of them was Keon Coleman, as we've talked about on the show. Some players that are very unlikely to win any awards, but I put like $1, $5 on some guys. Xavier Legette, I put like $1 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Not going to happen at this point. I put $5 on Bo Nix at the beginning of the year. I could cash out right now, this very second, and get 50 smackaroons.
Let it ride.
If I let it ride, it's one
Unbelievable.
155 if Bo Nix could win Offensive Rookie of the Year for me. So I'm
Let it
rooting
ride,
for
baby.
him.
Let it ride.
Oh, I'm letting it ride, dude. Come on. At this point, he's at least like got to be the consensus, like tied with Jaden Daniels.
I probably, I know my vote, say, opinions, comments mean nothing to the landscape of how that shapes up. But I think I do lean Bo Nix over him. I know weeks ago I said Jaden Daniels easy, but the past couple of weeks I think Bo's leapfrogged him.
Jaden also has a Hail Mary under his belt, which is kind of magical. I'm not gonna lie.
He also has a failed one last week though.
Yes, true.
He's 1 for 1.
He's one for one.
1 for 1 on the Hail Marys.
But I think it's close. I don't think that it's like, oh, it's easy like
Oh no, it's
Jaden.
very close. It's much closer now than it was 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. And then my guy Quinyon Mitchell is probably has the highest odds of winning Defensive Player of the Year. He's up there with Jared Verse, I think. Yeah. But cool. We are locked in with our picks.
Locked
Are
in with
we
picks.
are we ready to do the sweet light? Ooh, I got a frog in my throat, dude. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Ribbit.
Are we ready to do the Sweet Life Survivor, which we have to explain what happened to our records since we've been
Yeah.
gone?
So Sweet Life Survivor picks. We missed last week, and
God, I
we
missed Sweet Life,
we even
man.
failed to communicate who our Survivor picks were last week. So that's on us. So I guess we're just going to get some no decisions.
I guess, man.
So I guess I mean I don't know. I don't know how we want to play your perfect season going. I guess we can leave it up to the comments. See what they think. I'm open if you want
I'm open to forfeiting my
because we can
unfortunate
play it like the
undefeated
COVID
season.
season. We can play it like the COVID season. Just give you the no decision and play on.
However,
However,
what I
at
might
this
do,
point, I'm outside of a miracle. I'm more than likely going to lose unless I win out and you lose out here. So yeah, I guess we can leave it up. We'll leave it up to public opinion whether there should be an asterisk or not next to the season of yours you're having.
well, I have an interesting idea because is this going to carry through to the playoffs? I imagine
I just imagine it was going to be regular season unless you want to do playoffs.
we can incorporate playoffs, and if you want to spice the pot, we can have the AFC and NFC championship games be worth multiple points and have the Super Bowl be worth multiple points.
And then we can do like
They're
if you ever
probably
see ESPN like the tiebreakers, like we'll guess like the exact score. We could do something like that, and like closest to the exact score gets points and stuff too. We can
Yeah.
we can make
I
an
mean, I know I
interesting
am
that
still
time.
at an obvious advantage, but I
You're
think
ahead 4 games. You're up 4 on me.
we
So it's
could
13. There's literally 4 games left in the season.
yeah.
So
God, man, that goes by too damn quick.
that's what I said this week. Oh, I'm shaking again. This week was big, you know.
I know.
A big,
Well, we
big
could
week.
spice it up. This
We'll
is
make it
not
interesting.
over
We'll
yet.
figure it out. We'd like to know what your guys' opinions are, but we're going to give both of ourselves a no decision for
Jacko's
last week.
undefeated though still.
We can consider it a bye week.
Two
I don't know if we
bye
want to
weeks.
consider it a bye week. Do we consider it a tie? Throw it in the tie? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Hmm.
However, I'm trying to think. So we'll go back to week 11. I did pick first week 11, and being that we didn't pick last week, you could kick us off first picking this week.
I hate to go against the boys in blue. I know I didn't pick Tampa Bay yet, and I think I'm going to pick them against the Panthers.
All right. Oh, depends on ink, I think. Uh-oh.
I know that's a horrible thing to do for me.
Come on,
Tampa
bud.
Bay's not even 500. They're 5-6. They got to get 500 this week.
Yeah. All right, so you're going Bucks, which you have not used yet. I'm gonna go. Man, this will be another nice week to use the Lions here. I used the Chiefs. Can't use them. Oh boy, we're starting to get into the nitty gritty of things here.
The Nitche Gritche.
I'm gonna. I don't think I've used them yet. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I'll go Broncos over Browns.
I like that pick.
So we'll lock in our B's this week. You got Bucks. I got Broncos. Like I said,
Word.
you guys let us know what you think about the missing of last week. How we should tally that one. We'll have to figure something out if this gets close. Because if it ends up being like you lose 3 and I'm down that one game, I'm gonna get a little sauce. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we will. I'm a fair opponent. I
Oh,
want
well,
to win.
this reminds me though too though. The little wager I had that I said if you went perfect,
We could
you know,
scratch that.
I would cover. I'd cover the obviously the pick'ems all year, and then double and just pay you.
Yes, scratch the double.
Scratching that.
Yeah, absolutely. That was just
We'll
there
see.
was
I'm still a man of my word.
unforeseen things. If I win, I want to win fair. That's my thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
my whole shebang. So if it somehow comes down to like 2 points, there
Well, I
will
mean, at
be
this point, even
dissension.
if one more loss and I'm basically done, unless you also lose.
Right.
But if there's a week that, well, not necessarily. We'll figure it out. I don't know. I'd have to look at the numbers.
We'll just ride it out.
Was Broncos country? Let's ride.
That's right.
All right. Let's plug these one more time. New customers deposit and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That would be a 50% deposit match up to $1,000 when you use promo code GETRIGHT. And you know how else you can get right this fantasy season is when you win your league. And Jack, what do we say? You go to the bar wearing one of these things. Especially
You are
this
one of those
boy.
things, man. You show up to your Thanksgiving family's house with one of those. You're not leaving alone. Wait.
Like I said, you go to the bar, you arrive at 1, you're leaving with 2. If you arrive with none, you're leaving at 1. I did that backwards, but you get what I mean. You will
my God.
you will have company that night. All right.
Factual, absolutely.
All right. Well, everybody, again, one last apology for the absence the past
We are
past
back.
2 weeks.
Three
We're
Life
back.
Football is back. Okay. It's not about how hard he hit. It's about how hard he could get hit and keep
Get back
moving
up.
forward. That's how winning's done. Okay. And Sweet Life Football, we are back. okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, even around here, I don't know how much snow or any of you guys watching will be, but I know I just got,
Hammered.
covered with a foot and a half of snow, and
Your car
I
got
had no, I
stuck.
had no power for about 36 hours. So I was it was hard for me even to get on a computer. So but we back. Snow's almost melted. The sun is well not shining now, but it'll shine tomorrow, and we'll be back. We'll catch you Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Little Sweet Life Saturday. Where well, come around, talk about some bets. Talk about whatever we want to talk about. Probably talk about Diddy again, because that just seems to be a thing we do. All right, Jack.
Diddy
Anything you want to
Saturday.
let these people leave or live their lives by?
God bless America and God bless Sweet Life Football, baby. T-shirts
Amen.
coming soon.
Oh yes, yes. That probably should have it. Yeah. T-shirts coming soon. We'll talk more about this Saturday. See you.